Do birds suddenly appear every time you are near? Just like me, they long to be close to you.
Well, welcome everybody. This is Dr. Willie Jolley.
And this is Taylor-Jolley.
We're the authors of the book, Make Love,
Make Money,
Make It Last, 10 Secrets to Shape a Great Marriage. I want to welcome you to a special edition of the Jolley Marriage Show. And we want to welcome those who are our weekly guests. You're not in the frame. You certainly aren't in the frame. All the people who are weekly guests and friends, as well as those who are first-timers. Welcome, first-timers. We are grateful for you. I don't know what got you here, but we're glad you're here. And tonight is a special show because we're doing a pre-recorded version because we're actually on the road traveling. And so we wanted to make sure we had something special for you to be able to talk about. You know, we ask people every week to send us letters. Send us letters, issues, challenges, concerns you want to discuss in our, for us to discuss in our show. And we usually get pretty, easy ones. We got a great one last week. For those who did not see the show last week, we want to thank you for all the people who responded about my spouse is an alcoholic and I need help. That one, we got so many responses that you did not see that. So
the comments were very helpful.
Unbelievable comments. And
thanked us for talking about it.
Yes, and a lot sent personal email. So it's info@williejolly.com. 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 That's WILLIEJOLLEY.com. Now, for those who did not see it, you can go to the Jolley Marriage YouTube page and watch the replay. So we think that would be profoundly impactful for people who might be dealing with that. Well, we got another letter. Email. This one is a little bit more tricky, more difficult.
Okay.
All right.
You ready?
You ready?
Okay.
Here we go.
I had a vasectomy and my wife got pregnant. My wife is 15 years younger than me. I am 56 years old. My first wife passed away and left two small children, then 9 and 12. I remarried 5 years later. The children and my current wife get along very well. When my wife said she was pregnant, I was shocked. For I'd had a vasectomy several years after my second child was born. My current wife said, all vasectomies don't work.
Oh, vasectomies don't always work. That's what all
don't always work.
Yeah.
Okay. So after several doctor visits on my part and tests on my part, the vasectomy was intact. She finally said there was a one-time connection with someone she knew when she had been angry with me. She said there was no affair and that she did love me. Well, now our son is 2 years old. He has my name and is accepted with the entire family. But she gives me little affection and says I want sex too often. At my age, I say, whenever it comes up, I need to use it. I'm very involved in ministry in my church, and I love my wife. I don't want to be alone or dating at my age. She says she's going through something and that's why she's not affectionate. But I don't know what to do. And she won't tell me what that something is. And I cannot go to my pastor because I'm embarrassed and it's complicated.
Wow.
Any thoughts?
This goes back to a number of things came to mind. One is, what do we hear that this is a show for people who are coupled up, love each other, and those who are complicated. Those who are complicated, right?
I feel really bad for him.
Yeah, I feel bad for him as well. Let's see. That's one thing. Second is the piece about...
Okay, so
let me finish the thought. The piece about he has to make it happen when the opportunity, his body says it, not when his mind says it. Okay, his mind says, I want to have sex tonight, but the body ain't working. Reminds me of the old man we met in South Carolina, in Columbia, South Carolina, who was in his late 80s, said, young man, don't ever forget this. Don't ever forget this. And we were in the bathroom. He said, never pass a bathroom without taking advantage of it when you have to, over a certain age. Don't. Number 2, never trust a fart. And number 3, never waste a hard-on or woody. Okay, and that's what he said. And I said, wow.
That's basically what this
man
person is saying to his wife, who doesn't understand. So okay, so let's
unpack this, because this is, and look, folks, usually we got a commentary and we have dialogue, but as we said earlier, for those who might have joined late, this is a pre-recorded because we are traveling today, and so this is pre-recorded. But put your comments in the chat anyway, so that we'll be able to see them, and also feel free to email us at info@williejolly.com with your comments. Maybe we'll bring them back around. We'll circle back around. Okay. So this, first of all, they have 15 years difference in age.
So it's an older gentleman. He is now 56 years old. But he's now 56.
Okay, he's 56 now, and they have 2 children who now by this time are teenagers.
Well,
or maybe even, let's see,
17.
Yeah.
So one is certainly over 18.
Yeah.
5 years later got married. So 17. One was 17. And one was 13. So by now, and 2 more years with the newest child. So one is at least out of the house or in college.
Or in college, or of age to be in college and not the house.
But the second wife gets along with
the children.
With the children, and they like her. She likes them.
Mm-hmm.
But then the thing of, she is pregnant.
Well, there's 2 things to deal with. There's, first of all, the pregnancy that was not his. That she had an affair, or she had she calls it not an affair, but let's just call it what it is.
A one-night stand.
One-night stand, but that's an
Whatever
affair.
it is.
Whatever it is. It's in the vernacular, when you have a relationship, a sexual relationship outside of your marriage, it is an affair, even if it's one time. Okay. So she has this affair, and she gets pregnant the one time she has the affair. She must not have been having sex with her husband a long time, because most times, if in the Bible where King Saul, was it, who tried? King David tried to put the boy who came from the front lines, put him next to his wife. So after David had sex with Bathsheba, he said, well, if he has sex with him, she won't know whose baby it is. Mm-hmm. So if there had been some sexual contact, so that means, if we break it out, that she didn't say, she said, I wasn't giving my husband none. And then,
well, she didn't say she
wasn't
giving him.
But I'm just breaking it out.
Great regularity.
Yeah, maybe it wasn't. And so he could have just counted, and so she couldn't use that excuse, in other words. All right. So that's
not only that, but he had said he had had a vasectomy.
Yeah, I know. But would he have told her that?
Because I don't get all that.
All right, we don't get all that from the letter. So here's the thing. Let's deal with that first. How should you, sir, handle this? The first part is, I heard it recently. It takes years to build trust and moments to destroy it. And the trust issue, I think that's what it is. Sounds like they probably have worked through the infidelity. That's the right word, infidelity. Whether you have an affair or whatever, it's infidelity. They've seemed to maybe work because they're still together. Okay, the baby's at least 2 years old, so they've worked through that. And building trust. Now let's go to the second issue, which is the lack of affection. Okay, give me your take on it. I'd like to get your take on it.
Let me just take a detour.
Okay, all right.
He's an older gentleman.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't want to be out. Doesn't want to be out on the date. Doesn't want to be alone.
Right. So
he's older. He doesn't want to be alone. Who wants to be out on a dating scene? Do I swipe right? Do I swipe left? What information am I putting in? I got to look a certain way. He's like, I'm married. I've got children. This is comfortable. What can I live with? That's a different take.
That's a different take. In other words, he says,
can I settle? And if
this?
she, and then let's take the other side.
And she's good with the boys.
She's good with the children. I don't know if his children doesn't say if they're all boys or girls.
Okay.
But then here's the other side. What if she also married for security?
Well, I don't get that.
But she married an older man, older gentleman with children. Evidently, he's taking care of her, and she doesn't say. When she finally admits, I had a one night stand, and he embraces the child and everything, and she's still there. Maybe it's because it's convenient, financially convenient
for her.
Yes.
Well, I'm not dealing with her though. She the one messed up. I'm not dealing with her. Am I right about it, folks?
But that's still
she
on
messed
the
up.
Table.
He's the one who sent the letter.
And I'm saying she's trying to do enough. She's still there to stay around because of financial.
Well, that makes sense. Okay, that's a gimme.
I hate to say that, but
that's a gimme. I got no problem with that part. I want to talk about the part from his perspective as a man. First, your wife has had a child with someone else other than you while you were married. That's a big issue. Second, she's not affectionate. She's going through something, and that's why she's not effective or want to give him sex. When his body says, it's time, whatever, So that's a problem. So what do we do? Here's what we do.
Okay.
Here's what I recommend. Now, again, for all of y'all who watch us regularly, we make it clear. We are not marriage counselors. We are marriage mentors. And the difference is a mentor will tell you what they have learned, what they've witnessed, what they've experienced to help you to get to where they are. We've been married for going on 40 years soon and haven't had an argument in over 35 years. And we've never had this kind of issue, though, in our marriage. An infidelity issue, we've never had any of that. So we have to give you our best recommendation, knowing that there are challenges. We did have a blended family. And that blended family brought with the marriage my daughter, who I had when I was a younger man, and brought her to the marriage. There was
tension.
That's a good word. And so we went and got family counseling. And it had a great impact on our relationship, our marriage. But we found that family counseling was good. It was very good. So we recommend family counseling. We recommend family counseling for any and everybody who has issues. And I recommend Christian counseling or a marriage counselor who has expertise in that.
So what if he doesn't, she doesn't want to go?
Well,
she already says she is having issues that she does not want to talk about. So he's got to go by himself.
Yeah, he has to. If she won't go, you got to go by yourself. That's correct. If she won't go, you go by yourself. But we hope that she will go. We hope that she will take advantage of your concern. But then it goes back to, hold on, let's go back one more step. The conversation he has with her. The difficult conversation he has with her about...
Why won't she talk to him?
Right. So...
And why is she not affectionate? She's not affectionate because she doesn't love him.
She says she loves him, but her, that's like her actions don't. That's like somebody says yes, 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 and they shaking their head no.
I think it's economic. I'm just jumping.
You think your here she goes. She's gonna try and tell y'all what the woman is doing, why the woman is still there. Go ahead. I know you want to say it's economic decision. Your opinion.
It's an economic decision.
Okay.
Because research says, and I just read this in Kiplinger retirement newsletter that I get, that when there is a divorce, the woman's income is reduced by at least 45%.
Okay.
So she gonna be broke, busted, and disgusted.
Okay, I got that. And so she's making an economic decision.
She's making
You think that could be the reason?
She's making an economic decision.
Okay, that's possible. Okay, but how does this affect him?
And he then, because he's got to weigh
so he
her
gotta
economic decision against his.
And now that if going to that, then
his emotional, social decision of, I want a warm body and she'll be nice enough to me so I won't be alone.
Okay, so that's it.
That's what
this sounds like to me is a communications issue and a negotiation.
Oh, okay. A negotiation. Okay.
That
I like the negotiation.
If money is an economic stimuli in this, then he starts by having communication. 4 F's. Be friendly. Dear, I need to talk to you about something. Critical conversation. Very important. Be frank about your feelings. You're stepping out on me to have this child who I have embraced hurt me deeply.
Well, shows you.
But I show you by my
actions that he loves her.
I loved you and I accept it. But you're not being affectionate to me for a reason that you won't disclose or you have not disclosed. Makes me feel
unloved. How about that?
Devalued.
Oh,
that's a more powerful one. Devalued
is more powerful than unloved?
Yes, devalued. Nobody want to make somebody feel devalued. Some people do fall out of love. I don't love you no more. I don't love you anymore. It's just that simple. All right, but devalued. You make me feel less than. Ooh, ouch. Okay, y'all, I'm telling y'all, this works. So be friendly, be frank about your feelings, be devalued, be fair. Why won't you discuss this? What's the issue? Let's talk about it. I want to hear your side. And try and get her to discuss it. Now, if she doesn't, be focused on number 4. Be focused on a win-win. Do you want to win?
Yes. What does winning look like?
Yeah, what does winning look like? Do you want to win and I want to win and we win together? Rather than us attacking each other, let's attack the problem. If the problem is there's something that's bothering you, let's go. And if you won't go to counseling with me, would you go to counseling by yourself? Maybe that's the solution. Would you I go to counseling, you go to counseling. Okay?
Somewhere along the line, somebody has to say, there's still this void in the middle as to why she is not affectionate to him. So are you saying by going to counseling?
Yeah, going to counseling to find out what that issue is to discuss.
So that
she might not know what it is. There's a chance she might not know why she is not affectionate to him. Why maybe something he said. Maybe something about him. Maybe it's something about his body. Maybe his body's older. I don't know what it is. But she needs to have counseling to get this out of her and discuss it, and maybe through counseling be able to rectify it. And then they can come to some sort of medium happy medium where they can discuss it together. Maybe she's unable to discuss it. You know, there are all sorts of psychological. I do have a degree in psychology, and there are psychological issues that might be at play here.
Yes, dear.
Okay.
Yes.
But I'm not gonna do what my wife says. This is the reason why they do that.
I said, I think.
Okay, you did say you think.
did.
This is that took us. Okay, so this was complicated. It's a lot now, but I go back to this to go back to the first part about the baby that was born outside of the marriage.
He's a good man.
He's a good man, but you know what?
A good man.
You know what? Goes back to the story in the book, and I hope everybody's got the book. I really do, because we wrote the book. I'm gonna tell them. The reason we want everybody to have the book is because the book is changing marriages. We had a bishop in Richmond who bought a bunch of books. He said, I want everybody in my family to have this book. Everybody. And another church bought a bunch of books, boxes. We want to encourage people to get the book in volume. We give you a discount volume. But we recommend that you get the book in volume for your family, for your friends. In June is marriage month. You know anybody who's getting married. There's a great marriage gift.
It should go before the marriage.
Yes. What did you say last week? People spend time planning the marriage and never plan the wedding
more than they plan their marriage.
Get the book for them. Bless them with 2 copies, one for each of them. We give them to people in couples, one for each of them. And we're also going to be with our friends, the Mosleys, who got 2 copies and how it changed their marriage. We're going to be with them on his TV show this week.
So marriage month.
All right, so marriage month. June is coming up.
Give it as a gift before, which is a good review of the relationship as they're all excited about the wedding.
Now let's go back to the story. Story in the book, neighbors growing up down the 2 doors down the street, husband and wife, 4 children. The 4 children are my playmates. They grow up, we all grow up, we go to college, we go off on our own. I'd come home every now and then, or that area where I used to live, where I grew up, and I see the husband and the wife on the porch in their 70s, holding hands. I'd come back when they were in their 80s, holding hands, rocking on the rocking chair. He died in his 80s, and at the funeral, it came to my attention. I was enlightened to the fact that this man had 2 children with women in the neighborhood.
Not 1, but 2.
2.
Different women?
Different women.
Okay.
He owned a grocery store. And I guess you know that story, okay? She had an uncle who
we had a family grocery store.
And the uncle was buying the girlfriends their groceries in exchange for something, okay? One money. All right, anyway. So this man had 2 children with women in the neighborhood, and his wife stayed with him. And when I finished my message, I gave him a great message. I gave him great eulogy. And at the repast, I went over to her, hugged her, and I said, I didn't know. Because I talked about her too, what a wonderful woman she was. She said, you didn't know, but I made a decision, Willie. I kept my vow. I kept my vow. Rich or poor, sickness and health, for better or for worse. What's worse? This is a worse kind of situation. He not getting none, and she already had a baby with somebody other than him. But this is the worst. But he stayed with her. He's raising the baby. I applaud you. And of course, we don't ever give anybody's name. But you know, sir, what I think of you is highly respectful. I have great respect for you. I want to applaud you now. Counseling. You encourage her to go through the 4 F's. Be friendly, be frank, be fair. Be friendly, be frank about your feelings. Be fair, be focused on a win-win. That's first. Second is you ask her would she go with you to counseling. If she refuses, you go to counseling. And then you encourage her to go to counseling on her own, and maybe she will be able to.
And if this is so painful where he says he's embarrassed to share it with his pastor, the right kind of pastor should be a person that he could go to also.
Well, but he already said he's embarrassed. He's on the ministry staff. He doesn't want to. So that's that. He can go to separate. He can go to counseling somewhere else if he feels more comfortable. Hey, look, our time is up. We want to encourage you. This is a short one tonight because we're pre-recording. We're going to be seeing you next week, hopefully live. We got a lot going. Starting to come back now, folks. I'm starting to travel again. If you got an event where you want me to speak for your team, your group, your organization, contact our office at info@williejolly.com, info@williejolly.com. I'm speaking for major corporations, realtors, insurance folks, financial services. I'm speaking and firing them up and helping them grow and turn this setback we've all experienced into a great comeback. So info@williejolly.com, or just go to winwithwillie.com, winwithwillie.com. Look for how you can book me or see if I'm available. Next thing is our TED Talk. We want everybody to go and see our TED Talk at jolleymarriage.com. Go see the TED Talk. Watch it over and over again, and then share it with everybody you know. Please do that. And then finally, we have our relationship repair series. Our relationship repair series. We really encourage you and recommend you go and invest in your marriage with that series. We don't charge anything for this show, but we had a series of 5 sessions of communication, sex and marriage, money, family matters, and blended family. How to deal with them, plus a 6th session, which is the 11 biggest mistakes people make in relationships and how to fix them. Go take advantage of this. It's a reasonable price. Go do it. You'll be glad you did. Our time is up. We want to thank you for yours. We hope you have a great day on purpose. And remember, for sure, your best is yet to come. We'll see you soon as we go out, because from my jazz album, Close to You, because I want to be close to her. Here we go.
Why do birds suddenly appear every time you are near? Just like me, they long to be close to you.